In the world of sales, why is it that salespeople hate managers, and could it really be your fault? I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California, on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about why salespeople hate sales managers. And it's not all salespeople hate all sales managers, but sometimes salespeople just don't like the manager. And video number 2 here is going to come down to accountability. And it's not always comfortable to have tough conversations. It's not always comfortable to get called to the seat and say, hey, how come your numbers aren't good? And I see this for struggling salespeople or salespeople who have no skill. It could be either way. It could be either one. It could be a struggling salesperson who, for whatever reason, they got personal events going on, things are just difficult, they just pulled that lottery ticket of no sales, and they got to go talk to a sales manager. Okay, that's one. And then 2, there's plenty of salespeople out there who should not be in sales, and they get hired for personality, but they have no ability to close a deal. They have no ability to ask for sale, and they're not coachable. And so this second group of salespeople are really the whiners and complainers, right? They're not closing deals, so it's easier for them to march around the office. It's easier for them to go say, hey, it's the sales manager's fault because I'm not making sales. And like, if you think about that, like, see how crazy that sounds? It's the sales manager's fault because I'm not making sales. Like, no, come on. What it really comes down to is most of the time, and I'm not saying all the time, I'm saying most of the time when there's a problem inside of an office with a sales manager and a few groups of people, 1, it could be the group of people who are struggling, or 2, it could be the group of people who shouldn't be in sales. And there is a third group where it is legit and there are problems with the manager, but most of the time that's not the issue. And so what happens is you get group 1 and group 2, the person who's struggling, and the salespeople who really shouldn't be there, and they start talking, and they start having these conversations, and like, oh my goodness, it's the sales, and like the next thing you know, they've got the whole sales team riled up. These are people that you should stay away from. These are people that will drag you down. This is like pure form of sales sabotage, right? This is an important sales lesson for you to learn, that when you start looking around and you see you're doing good, you're closing deals, and you see that guy over there or that girl over there complaining about the sales manager, and you're like, whoa, time out, what's going on? Is that person just not closing deals? Is it skill? Is it will? What's going on? And if you're smart, you're going to avoid that group of people like the plague, because what's going to happen is they're going to pull you in, and if something goes sideways, you're going to be in the wrong group. You're going to be on the bad hand. Now, once again, group number 3 is where there really is a problem, and it is an issue with the manager, and they caused it themselves. But video number 2 here is accountability. So if you've seen a problem, if you've really seen a problem inside of an office where the manager holds some people accountable and they don't like it and they throw a fit, make a note in the box below, right? I've seen it. I've seen it happen multiple times. I've also seen it the other way around where it was the manager and not that person, that good of a person, okay? So you got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button. It is a box that says subscribe. Click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update as long as you click on the little bell too. And it'll say Scott Bell Consultant sent out a video. You should check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.